Skill development. This is also found a mention in the budget.
Digital ecosystem for skilling and livelihood, the Desh Stack e-portal will be launched.
So they're launching something called as the Desh Stack, which is a digital ecosystem for skilling and livelihood. And they have spoken about a bunch of things within this. But let me address the key problem in skilling that we are facing, and why the national skilling sort of the focus on skilling came about in budgets across the last 5-10 years. I think the match of employable skills and the right training for those skills has been a big problem in India, primarily because one, we never focused on it early enough to build systems and stuff like that, and even once we've started focusing, it's a very complex problem to solve. To give you an idea about how complex this is, China is going through a major reform in 2021, and that's one of the vocational sort of programs that people have across the world have said has sort of worked in more or less in creating that sort of supply for talent for manufacturing industry and other industries. They are going through major reforms because they are not seeing the kind of skill that's coming out from these vocational programs employable just yet. The models to look after is Korea and Germany, where they focus very highly on highly skilled vocational sort of programs, which is advanced manufacturing or advanced computer sciences and stuff like that. Versus India and China, because of the population problem, have focused more on the low side of skilling, and that's not resulted in as many benefits. Hopefully, the new changes will change some of these things. So that portal that I was talking about is going to be focused on skilling, reskilling, and upskilling. And as an individual, you will have credentials recorded on the system with APIs connected to different sort of employment portals, where you can take your credentials and say that, hey, I've done these courses, I've reskilled myself, I've upskilled myself in basics like computer, in different industries that happy about this change. Pharmaceutical industry, retail industry, everybody is facing that crunch of good talent. And I think skilling and vocational training is going to be an important pillar to solve it. I think the opportunity, honestly, is here in this is going to happen through a public-private partnership. So companies like Simply Learn, companies like Upgrad, and a bunch of other people will be able to, I think, plug into the portal. Given how the government has looked at all these digital initiatives, they bring in private players to plug in. I think they will allow these players to plug in and offer their courses and have like some sort of curriculums built by these people. So I think those people will definitely win. The other opportunity in skilling, they spoke a lot of digital university, having digital channels for different courses and the content creation that needs to happen for that, right? This is going to be an ugly job, but I think this is going to be a fairly lucrative business. Somebody who's going to be supplying content to the government for all these educational programs. It needs to be regional, first of all. It needs to be across different sort of modes of communication like TV and iPad and internet and whatnot. So there's going to be a technical element involved, and just the sheer amount of content creation that needs to happen. I think there are going to be a bunch of tenders that are floated for this, and people who have the courage to work with the government will go after this, and I think make a decent amount of money.